What's going on, people? What's happening, man? We are back for another episode of the My True Podcast Show. Today, we got my brother from another man, DeVonne Fagan, a.k.a. Burger, man, Mr. 4XL Entertainment. You got a very, very big event coming up, July 31st, Ottawa Park, Hoodstock, man. Which one is this?
Man, the count, this would be like 8th or something like that.
Listen, if y'all don't know, man, it's one of the most biggest events in Toledo history that gives back to the community, to the kids. Free book bags with free food. Hell, you might go out there and find you a stepdaddy or a stepmom. It's that colossal, man. We usually do it at City Park, but due to circumstances, man, we went and got a bigger venue. So explain to the people what Hoodstock is.
Hoodstock is a non-profit organization that believes in peace, change, economic growth, and youth empowerment. It started in 1997 by a gentleman named Heston Bass. Yep. He was the originator, and when I came home from prison in 2002, me, his nephew Goozy, C-Dog, Kalina, 6 Mil, whatever y'all want to call it, we sat down and like, look, that was dope. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. And the term Hoodstock come from, you know how like Plies and Rick Ross talking about buy back the block and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about that in 1997. Whereas black people need to buy stock in their neighborhood, and that's where the term come from.
See, I always thought the term came from Woodstock, and y'all just put hood on the front of it. But that makes sense now.
Nah, because there's a lot of economic disparities in the black community, and you know, like you can take 43607 for instance. I think only 42% of the people over there own their houses. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, why are people in the hood written from people outside the hood when you can own your own? So you know, it's just something that I push forward with and keep moving with.
So how did you you get the Hoodstock, right? Where did like the idea come from? Because y'all started, what park did y'all start at?
Oh, at the original Hoodstock started at Hamilton Park, and the first 3 we did or 4 or whatever, it was at Hamilton Park. All of those, yeah. From 2005, maybe 2006 to 2017, there was no Hoodstock because back then the city stepped in and they were saying by us having gang members and stuff from every side of town and all that stuff at one park, it had the potential for violence. But we never had no acts of violence, nobody getting hurt, no shootings at Hoodstock or anything of that nature. Was to happen at a park previous or after or anything like that has nothing to do with a one-day event. You know what I mean? It's only one day, one time a year. So if something happened at a park, I mean, something happened at a park or a club or wherever, you know what I mean? Stuff can happen anywhere, and it just be, I think, I hate that when black people are involved, it get more attention than when somebody else is involved, you know what I'm saying? Because people that been shot at the mall, I ain't hear nobody say nothing about close the mall and don't go to the mall. You know what I'm saying? I done seen somebody was just shot downtown a few months ago. You know what I mean? They ain't closing nothing down here, boycotting them, but then black people are, because violence can happen anywhere.
We see why these mass shootings and shit too.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just hate that they come at us so hard.
And that's tough. I'm glad you touched on that because it kind of bothers me when they do that. Like you said, the mass shootings, but when it come to us, and we do on one day, right? And one day, and it's not just a party. It ain't just to drink and hang on the block, gang bang. It's to get back for the kids. And for them, so when they come to that point to where they shut it down, how did y'all fight to get it back?
I went through a lot for real, to the point I really had almost wrote it off and gave up because, like I said, it wasn't a Hoodstock for 12, 11 years. You know what I mean? Damn. I sat in front of different city council members at that time throughout those years, different stuff. Me talking about it birthed another event similar to that. That I don't think they doing no more, whatever the case may be, and I don't want to give them, no shine. But They know what they did. You know what I mean? I sat down with those people, and next thing you know, they was doing an event similar. You know, instead of trying to work with me to bring that back. You know, it was like, okay, we're gonna take your idea and we're gonna do this. So, you know, but that's how that.
I don't even know what the other event is. Oh.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And I met with that dude at least probably like 6 times. You know what I mean? And then it was like, all of a sudden I seen that, I'm like, man, this dude character. But you know, it was what it was, and it is what it is. And I just never gave up on the idealism of Hoodstock and what we push for and what we do with the kids. It's different when, you know, them kids is walking up to you like, man, y'all having it this year? I'll clean up. You don't got to pay me. I clean up. You gonna have it? You know what I mean? Like, people was looking forward to it, you know. And then, but especially back then, you know, in the early 2000s, that was like the mecca for hip hop, mecca for rappers. You know, you had everybody coming from every side of town.
Stone come to Hamilton Park. You had Smith Park Mafia. This is Smith, Mr. Latone. Was that Mr. Latone, right? Come to Hamilton Park. So when the city takes shit like that, I think the city need to pay attention, because them niggas is from, you know, that side. So to have them come to this side and perform and do certain things, and kids look up to these dudes, I think the city just sometimes need to sit back and shut the fuck up, because that's powerful, bro.
Yeah, we had Out Hill.
Back then, too.
Yeah, Out Hill, everybody was there. You know what I mean?
That's powerful, bro.
And no acts of violence, nobody fighting each other, no nothing, you know what I mean? But again, you know, we promote peace, you know what I mean? Like I say all the time, like that's one of the worst things I ever did in my life, was being a part of that negativity and that cancer that's killing our people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you mentioned you was in jail. How long did you do in jail?
I did 4 years and 5 months, I think.
Basically, damn. Yeah. So you get out of that. How do it feel when you get out of that and you able to sit in front of the downtown people and do a thing like a Hoodstock or speak up for the Junction Coalition and stuff like that?
I mean, it inspired me to keep going, most definitely. It took them a long time to accept me. You know what I mean? Coming from where I come from, and you know, being a convicted felon, and different things that different people say about me, my temper, attitude, character, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of those people speaking on me ain't never dealt with me, don't know me, or nothing. You know what I mean? They just know what somebody probably told them, or what they might have heard years ago, or whatever the case is. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it took them a long time to accept me. And with Junction, it's more or less of a come as you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we got common interests and common goals that we both got, so we able to work together and make a lot of stuff happen in the community.
So it's the stuff in the air. We're gonna address it. We still gonna keep it positive, but we gotta address it in the air, because you're my brother, you're my friend, right? So how do you feel when people say, he ain't start Hoodstock, he ain't do this, he did that, he took money from this, he do that, or he only doing this for his pockets, he doing this shit, and they just trying to take away from, not you, but I feel like when people do that, you're just not taking away from you, you're taking away from what the real cause is giving back. How do you feel about that?
What I said the other day, like, success come with haters. I mean, that's pure, cut and dry. I don't care, especially in this town, like who you are, you become successful. Somebody gonna shoot at you, gun at you, say something about you, all that stuff. That, I mean, some stuff I address, some stuff I don't. You know what I mean? And sometimes I just like laugh. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what people be thinking, but you know, numbers is the catch, and numbers is another reason why they was forced to accept me, because up until from 05 to 2017, you can't show me where 5,000 black people got together at one time in one place and it was nothing. Not nothing. So that's what was the difference. You know what I mean? So, and then people like, oh yeah, he probably getting money, he got a non-profit, all this. Man, $6,500 ain't a lot of money. when you're giving away 750 book bags with back to school supplies in them, you got 12, 13 bouncy houses. You got a $3,000-$4,000 security bill.
Yeah.
You renting all this equipment. You know what I mean? All that stuff. Like they just see a dollar sign, you know, or a money amount or whatever. Not knowing what really go into this and flyers and paying people to design them and just everything that go into it. You know what I mean? Like it ain't that what they think. You know what I mean? And it just ain't. Like, and I can prove that. And, you know, with what I'm doing, you know, it's always somebody in your pockets watching you. You got to answer to people and, you know, documentation. You know what I mean? So I don't too much worry about none of that stuff. If you believe in what I'm doing, then support me. If you don't, so be it. If you can't, you don't. You know what I mean? Still bring the kids out. It's free. And that's the difference between what I do and what a lot of people do. Because if you notice, a lot of things that go on, it be some type of taxation with it. You know
hell
I mean?
hell yeah. Ain't shit free around this motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So
I
just enjoy making the kids happy, man. At the end of the day, that's who I care about.
where do
the
you
most.
think that kind of like, I'd say it's hate. Where do you think it come from?
I don't honestly. Some of it be hate. Some of it might even be jealousy. Some of it might be
Cause let's look at it. You got. Cause Hoodstock, let's just keep it real. It'd be D-boys, gang members, just regular niggas, just lower people that would just donate. But now that you got the city involved, do you think that's where the hate come from?
Yeah, I mean, I just went through a situation a couple of days ago.
Speak on it, you know.
No, because I don't want to get that negativity.
Yeah, we don't want
to.
Yeah, you right. You know me.
Like, it is what it is. Because I only engaged in that debate and went back and forth because I knew the man didn't have no win. You know what I mean? And the things he was saying, it was like, bro, like, where's you like? This coming from like the bottomless pit. It's devils down there where this shit coming from that you saying. You know what I mean? What like the cuss on?
Hey, nigga, you talking to me? I'll cuss. I'll cuss in church.
But no, I don't do that. But yeah, like the shit the nigga was saying, it was like, man, what the fuck is you on? You know what I mean? Like you just really sit up here trying to assassinate a nigga character, but you can't because everything you saying, I'm there with it because it's natural, it's real, it's the truth. You know what I mean? I ain't got to think about shit because this what it is. But I just think it was a coming from a place of how can I put it? Where's a lack of understanding, a lack of knowledge, a lack of maybe empathy for these children and stuff. And it just was like, okay, I could do this. I could do. Everybody got this ego thing, and they swear they can do so much, but ain't nobody doing it. And they sit back and critique and
everything you do.
Exactly.
Instead of everybody just getting on the same
I
bus.
could have did a podcast, man. That Porter TV shit, man. I could have made that shit harder than that, man. That nigga ain't.
Oh, they do it all the time.
What the fuck?
They do it all the time. I have tunnel vision.
Yeah, and that's how you got to be though. And see, even like with the Hoodstock situation, right? And the elephant in the room, basically, what you hitting around to is the situation with me and dude. You know what I mean? Like people seen the clips that dude put out, and they thought dude was saying something he wasn't saying, and he like what he did was he took a piece of a conversation, you feel me, and made it look like something was being said that wasn't really being said. He didn't put the whole conversation out there, you know what I mean? So when you see that clip, it looked like, damn, Burger ain't cool. Damn, what Burger on? You know what I mean?
Niggas already be throwing shit on you already, so it's just
exactly. Like, so it made it look like. So then once it didn't pop like he wanted it to pop, because at the end of the day, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker come off the shelf for him. You know what I mean? I love that dude. You know what I mean? I know that dude. Like we spent a lot of years together. You know what I mean? In them trenches for real. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing nobody can tell me about dude. You know what I mean? We took our separate paths in life. You know what I mean? Like it's like say like you got two drug dealers, right? And just hypothetical. This is just an analogy.
We don't support drugs. We don't do drugs.
I'm from the streets, so I'd use a street analogy. But like, say you got two people, right, with make friends, and they both got 30 bricks, right? So I can't move my 30 bricks with you every day because you trying to move your bricks. So you
you
gotta go.
Gotta go the other way.
Yeah, we gotta go the other way. You trying to do what you trying to do, and I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. That was how our situation went. Is we not friends? Man, that's my dude. We don't talk every day or nothing like that, but that is my guy. You know what I mean? And I don't talk to a lot of people every day. Him, that's it. You know what I mean? DJ. Other than that, I ain't really. I just, again, a Gutter Day was probably the only person I literally probably talk to every day. But other than that, like I'm just in a certain space, you know what I mean? And he in a space, and that's just what it is. But there don't got to be no animosity, no beef, no.
And at the end of the day, too, before people take this, because I don't put bullshit clips out. I don't believe in that. And before people just see this part and be like, oh, he said. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing for these kids, bro.
Exactly.
We all want the same thing for these kids.
But again, if you anybody who trying to tear it down or manipulate people to believe whatever they want them to believe or whatever the case may be, use a sucker for real. Cause like I done heard people like, man, people done literally said to me, man, fuck them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, people with money, people with that got reputations out here and people that I guess they look up to and popular and all that. Like done said some crazy shit, like, you know what I mean? So,
them type motherfuckers is sick.
Yeah. But again, it's like I see the support they get. I see the likes. I see the views. I see people loving them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, why
is it always like that?
Like what is it? Like people don't have
like I don't want to get off topic. I mean, fucking it's a topic.
It's all the same.
You will see a motherfucker, right? Cheering this motherfucker on, but a nigga's a deadbeat. Nigga's a rat. Like they get more love than what the people that do shit like what you do.
See, because a lot of these people in this town respect money. Yeah. They respect design. I say, okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I hate to, because it's my guy, but I thought the post was weird, right? But yeah, he made a comment like, if you don't wear purple, you ain't a real man. Like, what the fuck? Like, huh? Or if you wear Jordan Craig, you this type of nigga or that type of nigga. Like, I don't know. It'd be weird that
it's a mentality thing, like a fucked up mentality type thing.
Yeah, and they so called it materialistic shit. You know what I mean? And shit that just ain't gonna be fruitful in the long run. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to create generational wealth for my kids and make the space they in when they my age way better than anything I could ever have in my life. That's all I care about, man. Like all that other stuff, man, I don't get off into none of that. And it just be weird to me. There'd be more men worrying about what men doing than women is. That's what be so crazy. Always be one of these weird ass niggas always got something to say. Like, man, you worried about what type of jeans I got on? Why this bitch over here ain't worried about these jeans? Nigga, like, shut the fuck up.
I
like,
said the other day, man, that these new niggas want to be bad bitches.
Yeah, man, I don't understand it. Like, I just never understand why niggas comment on what another nigga wearing. Like, I don't know. These people crazy.
I'm cool. Once I got out of that mind state and just learned, like, hold on, man, I'm not about to spend. Hold on. I got to do this. And then now I got a son, so it's like, I got to teach this nigga, like, manage his money, this, do this. Then you got a kid that's about to go to college. I got another kid, 10-year-old. It's just weird, the shit that we worried about. So, yeah. It's another topic I want to talk to you about. It wouldn't be right to have you up here and not talk about it. The goddamn on violence around this motherfucker, man. How is it? Because I gotta ask you this: we got cameras, right? And have these murders happen on these cameras, then we go to them and tell them it don't work. What is the problem with that?
Man, I can't honestly say. I mean, people might not be charging their cameras because a lot of them is wireless nowadays.
I'm talking about the motherfucker right there that might be on the pole, shit like that.
Yeah, some of them don't even work. A couple years ago, we had a situation where, because they was saying like we needed X amount of security, blah blah. They skipped for City Park, and the camera just so happened it wasn't working at that time. You know what I mean? So that couldn't count as a part of our security. You know what I mean? But
So y'all telling me these cameras don't work?
no, I'm not saying that. No, by no means am I saying that. I've seen situations where they wasn't working. They done had to come out and service them and different stuff like that. You know what I mean? They out there taking the weather and, you know, shit happens. I don't know. But a lot of stuff ain't happening on camera too. You know what I mean? So, but it's just so sad that these boys are so young, man. They ain't even had a chance to grow up and experience life yet. You know what I mean? Some of them ain't never been on a plane, on a boat, overseas. They just ain't seen the world. They, you know, right here dying about streets and names and projects and, you know, I just hate, man. I swear that's what I think back on that, man, and reflect on that I really was a part of a cancer that's killing our kids, man. And I just try to stay focused on, again, youth empowerment, like trying to get them to understand it's another way. You know, I be talking to kids and it's like, oh, I know I'm going to die. I know I'm going to die in these streets. Nigga, you 15 years old. Nigga,
What you talking about?
Yeah, like you 14, dude. Man, you got so much life to live. Like you don't gotta. Well, if I don't die, I'm gonna go to jail. That's what they led you to believe, bro. You don't gotta do that.
Hey, you know what's the killer part about that type shit? Nigga, you come from a good home. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
My son has a friend, and I fuck with this little dude, man, dearly. He just graduated, and he was shot, right? And I'm talking to him, and it fucked me up because, you know, young, wild niggas might know like where we from or where we didn't, you know what I'm saying? And that's so now they're coming at us with this, not knowing like, nigga, I changed my life about 10, 12 years ago. My brother, I don't see red, blue, or black. I don't live that like I don't have that mentality no more. But you know, sometimes he talks like that. He usually talks like that, but I'll just be sitting there like, oh yeah, for real enough. But this time he said, man, I'm shot. He said, man, that day, he said, you know, ain't nobody calling to check on me. I said, it's like that, bro. Imagine if you ever go to jail, you're gonna be lost, bro. So man, go get a job, bro. I respect a nigga with the job more than I respect the street nigga for real. That's out here killing and shooting. You get to go home every day. You get to get a paycheck. You get some money, and it's just like these kids, like they just don't get it. Like you. It's nothing in it. There's nothing coming good out of being, I ain't gonna say street niggas, because some street niggas are smart. You came from that. But I don't know, man. It's just a confusing thing now. I'll just be like, man, I don't know what to tell you sometimes, man. When a nigga say, I'm gonna die or I'm gonna go to jail, that's fucked up. Like they got that. And then people, first thing they do, they wanna go to the parents and put it on the parents. How much of the parents you think matters?
I mean, a lot of it honestly does. I mean, the parents play a major part because I've come across parents that's scared of their kids. I come across parents that, oh, you want help for your kids, but you won't even drop him off to the program, or you know, it just be crazy.
We got a lot of programs.
Yeah, it just be crazy, like, or even like. Again, we were the materialistic aspect. You got a parent who's keep the Louis on, the Gucci and all that, and you ain't doing it for your kid. Your kid want that same stature, that same feel that you get from wearing it, right? So now you got a little nigga out here ready to rob, ready to steal and take and do whatever to get that. You know what I mean? Because you not providing it, but you got it. So you showing them that, oh, it's okay and you should have this, and you checking your likes.
Yeah.
Now he want to get them. You know what I mean? So now he in somebody's alley waiting for them to come home and check their pockets so he can try to go get him some Balenciagas or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just a strange thing. You know what I mean? Like I see so many parents do it too, and they don't even understand how it's corrupting their kids. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Do you feel that? Okay. We remember we had that meeting with the cops at Ottawa Park. Me, you, Mallet, all of us went and had a meeting, right? Do you think? I mean, of course, we got to police our community, but like, I still feel like coming out that meeting, it was cool, but I feel like it's still like shit didn't get nothing came out of that for real.
You know how many times I've been to the table and ain't nothing come out of it? I can go all the way back to the Quality of Life Coalition. I sat on that coalition in freaking 2008 or 7 or whatever that was, and this coalition, that coalition, been at this table, that table.
I feel like coming out that, not all of them, some of them, I just felt like
it still looked us like we still animosity with police there.
It was like niggas was ready to fight.
They looked at us like I guess we beneath them or something. I don't know. And the
chief, let me get wrong. The chief, he was cool. He was all right. Like, he didn't bad vibe me. I know you give me that look, but he didn't give me the bad vibe. There was one cop that gave me the cop
comment on the chief of police.
Why?
Due to the fact that I do a lot of community engagement, and I'm partners with the city of Toledo on different things, and that is someone who works for the city of Toledo. I would not speak on the chief of police.
Okay, I would love for him to come on my show. I would love it.
Probably never happen.
Probably not. But I'm gonna try.
Probably not. I think that a lot of things can be done better on everybody's part. Yeah. Again, we are human beings, and some made mistakes that others didn't make.
All right, yeah. So I respect that you want to talk about that, and it makes very valuable sense. I was just saying, like, when we left the table, it was just like, we had to sit there. It was still like, it was Blue Lives Matter shit on, and it was just like,
that tension, that animosity. See, because again, it's like,
and it was on both sides. Because I had to tell them, I'm like, nigga, get out the car. We about to go talk to them, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to talk to them. And there was a few of them that really, was talking. And it was one that was just like two that was just like.
See, my attitude towards them is like, is blah. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't. It's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And so I know it's good police. I do know this for a fact. Without question.
It's a lot of good police.
But it's some horrible police and there's some bad police too. You know what I'm saying? So
much.
It's like we don't get a good police enough praise and enough like pats on the back for the good job that they do. We all focus on the negativity, the bad stuff that they do to us or that they do, period. You know what I mean? And sometimes, just gotta like, it's just like having a good kid, you know what I mean? You got to reward him for the good, you know what I mean? So,
don't you think that, shit, if they start getting rewarded, then I think they'll start fucking with them too.
The bad police will start fucking with the good police?
Hell yeah. And come on, man, it's the Klan, man. It's people real. I think it's the Klan.
I don't.
You seen the movie Tales from the Hood, right?
Yeah.
You see what happened when that nigga stepped up?
I mean, again,
you see what they did to him. Let's be real. I mean, you can't say I'm saying it. This ain't Burger saying it. I don't give a fuck.
Again, I don't know. Like, I
I'm probably never gonna work with the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. You can't say it.
We just was gonna work with them. Gary, come on now.
When?
Nigga,
when we did the meeting?
And when we was gonna be violence interrupters.
Listen, I'm glad you brought that up. Oh, there's a rumble.
Here you go.
I was gonna do that, right?
Right.
But you can't I think we was robbed of ideas.
Well,
we went to the table.
That is very well possible. I can believe
we went to the table. So everybody, I can
understand why you feel like that.
Let me let everybody understand, right? The violence interrupters things before Toledo, when they came to it, I don't know when I don't even know when the idea was created, but they came with this thing called They came up with this thing called violence interrupters. Basically, to reach out. My aspect of the violence interrupter is when something happens, you go console the family. You got the family what they need, what they know, and stuff like that. Because a family member might lose somebody to the streets, and they don't talk to everybody. So we was supposed to go in and use our credit and try to help. That's why I looked at it was. So we went to the table, and you explain what happened.
I can't.
We went to the
I can't explain what happened for you. This is your version.
No.
I said that I can see why you feel like that.
Why you say I feel like why?
Why I can agree with you? Because I was at the table with you.
Oh yeah, we was at the table. I was making sure we on the same page. But we sat at the table.
Guess what else though? I was at the table longer than you. I was after and before. You know what I mean? So
because I gave up after the meeting.
I totally get what you're saying.
Because I felt like he wasn't a bad dude, but I feel like when it comes to reaching the niggas he trying to go reach. I ain't trying to hear that.
This is my take on this situation, right? So I noticed, okay, put it like this. I know Deidre Brown, right?
Yeah.
So I know Deidre Brown been.
Shout out to our girl Deidre.
Yeah. So I know she been like trying to put on every stop the violence thing possible for years, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Gutter Day. That's how we met.
Yeah.
Right. So I, in turn, you know what I mean? I've always wanted to keep bullshit down, even when I was active, right? So now, you know, once I'm all the way out, boom, I'm still like volunteering to do mentorships, groups on every aspect of the game, trying to figure out a way like, let's stop the violence, right? So I noticed I've tried to do things. Dave tried to do things. Dietrich's tried to do things, right? And nobody shows up. But when they said, okay, we're going to pay somebody, they had 180 people trying to be violence interrupters. Yeah. But you can't get 180 people to do nothing that has to do with stopping the violence. So a lot of people in that arena have ulterior motives, evidently. You know what I mean? Because one thing I told them when I came to the table, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing with or without you, and I can show documentation and proof and have testimonials to things that I've been involved in where I made situations different for people. You know what I mean? On both sides. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like never ever ever see no kid. I don't give a fuck what side of town he from, lose his life or take a life about some shit that really don't mean shit.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times, some of them young brothers, they listen to me. You know what I mean? I got little dudes, man, I fuck with on every side. You know what I mean? I got like real friends on every side. You know what I mean? And I just hate that these people, these youth are against each other like this. You know what I mean? But
for no reason.
Yeah, long story short, like, what it basically boiled down to is like when you dealing in this arena, you gotta really fill a person out, because I know there's a lot of people who don't really care about these kids at the end of the day. They are getting a check.
And that's it.
Yes. I mean, that's just the reality of it. In our situation going to that table, a lot of information was asked of us. We were made promises that a person ultimately couldn't keep. Because the person never had the power to keep them, you know what I mean? And the only thing that I hate about that situation is you got people picking and choosing who can do what that ain't out here in it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't even know who is who, and y'all picking people who don't got no access to nobody on no side. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, how you can sit up and say, oh yeah, you the man for the job. A librarian, though. I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, it is what it is. Come on, man. How y'all put a librarian in the spot, man? Make it make sense. Man's a librarian, man. Come on, man. Shit's crazy. Fuck.
I was just more, I was blue bad because I'm like, you don't know who this person is. They would never sit in the room with you. They would never talk to you. Or never speak up, and then you went and got somebody that, you know, it just, the shit got weird. I'm gonna put it like this, y'all. I don't know. I know I'm freezing up on this part, but it got weird because I felt like a lot could have came from. It didn't even have to fuck me. Take me off the fucking table. If you and Dave or Mallet or somebody else could have been one. You know, I'm gonna stop. They could have stopped. So shit could have been just stopped.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
and then they went
I don't
to
necessarily saying it would have stopped because
what could have been a hard on some shit that could have been.
Yeah, but and ultimately, like the reality.
Because what happened since that shit came out
of what's going on here, like for real, like you said, it's the parents. It's a combination. It's the parents, the kids, the police. It's a lot. Violence interrupters just ain't gonna stop the violence. It's just not gonna happen.
It's still like, you know what it seemed like? Stick this pacifier in these niggas' mouth so they can shut the fuck up. And when I say the niggas mouth, not the motherfuckers they hire, the motherfucker, the goddamn jail bus going by, the motherfucker, the people in the community, like, just throw the, excuse my language, but this is how they look at us. Throw the monkeys motherfucking banana.
That may very well be possible, and they may very well be trying to make a difference. I don't know. I don't deal with them people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the trenches. You know what I mean? I'm dealing with who I deal with. You know what I mean? And just trying to do what I can. You know what I mean?
And not knocking the advisor door, because some of the people I know one of them. There's no one. So
yeah, again, they're workers. You know, let's see again. Like, you can't get mad at somebody who work at Walmart for Walmart's policy. The workers didn't make the policy. They're just doing a service, you know what I mean, or a job. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't look at them dudes like nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to, because the motherfucker take this and be like, oh, they talking. I'm not talking about them.
It's a whole lot.
It's bigger than that shit, though. It's way bigger than that.
They get a schedule. They get curriculum. They get do's and don'ts. They get where they supposed to be. You know what I mean? So it ain't them is what I'm getting at. Yeah. And again, I don't know what it is. I just don't see the what was pitched to me is what I'm gonna say. What was pitched to me, I don't see in the Violence Interrupters
at all. And it was like a movie. It was like, look at this guy, like, damn. Then this shit just came down. We was just shit on. That's how I felt.
Yeah. But, like I say, man, it is what it is. And that's, as long as I do what I can, and, when I get them 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning calls, or when little such and such done stole his mama car, or, whatever, I just do what I can to help who I can help, and try to push up on positive message to who I can push it to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't focus on what nobody else doing, how they doing it, or what they doing. And like I said, I done been at them tables where they was talking about all the millions of dollars they had and all that, and I ain't seen where they done did nothing. And I done been doing it forever. You know what I mean? So like I said, I done been at a lot of them tables. I don't see where they done put that money to use for these kids and really trying to make a difference. But what then is so sad is, like, boom, now, like, with the Hoodstock situation, you know what I mean, I'm trying to help in my community, right? Yeah. And take some of the financial burden off kids going back to school. And, because people don't pay attention. We done gave away uniforms. We done gave away tennis shoes, free haircuts, free hair braiding, back to school supplies, book bags, you know what I mean, in hopes that our kids will feel good about themselves going back to school to get their education. And that's what the most important part is, them getting an education, you know what I mean, and them being able to get past the racial divide and racial disparities that's going on with our people, you know what I mean, and start really understanding economics and business and credit, ownership and things like that, you know what I mean. So again, I just try to positive, just try to keep pushing positive, man, because that negativity, man, it will consume you, and it'll take you off your path and stop you from doing what you want to do. Or, you know what I mean, if you living in your purpose and you know who you are and all that, man, you can't even feed into some of that stuff. You know what I mean? The girl just said something to me the other day on social media. I just blocked her, man. Like, years ago, I would have went back and forth for all that. I just blocked her because at the end of the day, how I'm about to argue?
You would have been 30-day king back in the day.
Yeah, but how I'm about to, then I thought about it, though, like, how I'm even about to argue with somebody whose son is their nephew? Like, I can't do that.
Well, on that note, man, August 31st, right? August 31st, man, we at Ottawa Park.
Right, yeah.
And what do you need, man? Let the people know what you need.
I just need help with the security. That's it. I need help paying for the security. Everything else, lock, stock, and barrel.
Where can they donate at? I know y'all take donations.
You can go to Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union, and just you can make out a check or a donation to the Hoodstock Foundation. They take the Hoodstock Foundation 419 at Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union. Cash App, call me, whatever. We'll give you a receipt. We're a legit 501c3. You can use for tax purposes, for write-off, whatever need to be done. We make it happen. But mainly with security, that's about the biggest thing.
We'd like to welcome DJ to the show, y'all.
You see us talking? What's up, man? Say hi.
Hi.
Wait, do your big voice. Say, what up, everybody?
What up, everybody?
All right. Go watch it. Oh. All right.
So they can find it at the Urban. You said they can donate. And artists, where can the artists? How can the artists get in touch if they want to perform?
Probably could reach out to me directly. I'm trying to put something together for real. Right now, we're like, cause usually like we accept donations for artists to perform. So this ain't that time back then. So everybody now just think they're supposed to get paid to perform. So like it's like I don't know what's gonna happen.
But this
with
is
that,
a free charity event, so I just think.
Man, one boy told me 3,000, so I don't know what be on these people's mind. Like I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, and see, I said this and I'm gonna say it again. If you are a local artist, right?
Yeah.
You care about your community, you care about your people, or whatever. Don't think that you are bigger than the community because the kids. This is a kid-based event. Yes, it'd be adults there, all that, but a lot of the kids is who buy the music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids is playing the music. So if you can't support the kids that support you, how can we support you? You know what I mean? And that's what I honestly...
That breaks me down because I've seen artists bigger than any artist that's out today come and do that for free.
Yeah,
and bring something to the table for a donation or something.
Yeah, man. What was that? 2004 or something like that. Life came when he first got the deal. He came back for free. All types of people. It just again, it's like
I remember the year City Park, Lukai Young O came in the middle. A bunch of the creep and performing. Them kids was just falling out, holding their hands and taking pictures.
That was
like
dope. That
the
was
Trend Twins, DM3, and them like them niggas, little dudes came through.
I'm gonna give you another one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what they was looking at, but I seen this with my own eyes. Man, when what's Kente them group?
Polo Gang.
Yeah, Polo Gang. I'm sorry. Shout out to them though, my little dudes, all them good dudes. But when Polo Gang hit that stage and that Backstreet Baby came on, you should have seen how them kids was trampling each other to get up there and hear that song, man. Man, do you know how excited and man, if you looked at that crowd, like I don't know if people ever been on the stage and looked at the crowd when they hype about a song, man, them kids was going crazy. That whole park, it was like a vacuum sucked them to the stage. Man, that shit was crazy. Like, man, that was dope. It was dope. And again, that's what it's for, man, to showcase your talent and, get the kids something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Let them know they can get up on the stage one day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a positive thing, man, positive vibe. And that's where we got to get back to is pushing positivity and pushing unity. And
I tell that shit, I'm starting to tell myself that in the head every time. I ain't really been negative on social media in a long time, or just in life in general. When I get ready to get there, I say some shit out loud, like, I don't want to say what I say out loud, and then I get right back to it, like, think right, GP, think right, GP, think right, GP. Because I ignore a lot of bullshit, so yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because, I mean, again, with success, just think, right?
Breeze envy.
You keep coming, right? You keep going. You keep going the way you want to go. And it's always going to be that, I don't know what you want to call them, but they be down there at your ankles all the time, pinching at them, trying to pull you down, all that. Man, you just got to keep moving, just keep stomping through them, keep marching, keep going forward, and keep doing you, man, because, again, they're going to come. They're going to do that. You know what I mean? You just got to be able to not put yourself in a space where you let them take you out, because that's what they ultimately want to see. They want to see you stop. They want to see you not shine. They want to see, like, people just sit up all day and just down people to try to make they self look better.
And a lot of that go with social media.
Yeah. So even with everything ain't a competition, just because you got a podcast and I got a podcast, or because you doing events and I'm doing events, that don't mean we in competition. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody, please go check out the Food Truck Festival on July 31st on downtown on the Green. Like, go check them out. You know what I mean? Like, we over here with the book bags at Ottawa Park too. You know what I mean?
Y'all can bounce back and forth.
Exactly. You can go back and forth. Exactly. It's not a competition with nobody. It's just an unfortunate situation that we end up with the same date. You know what I mean? It ain't no competition. Because guess what? I'm going to go over there and get some food. I don't know about nobody else, but I'm gonna go over there and get some food. But also, I'm gonna make sure these kids are straight, and I'm gonna have these bouncy houses, and I'm gonna have all types of free stuff for the kids, resources, everything. You know what I mean? At Hoodstock on July 31st.
So, with that being said, man, tell them your social media where they can find you at.
My real name DeVonne Fagan or the Hoodstock Foundation on all social media outlets. It should be numbers and stuff on those pages that you can call. I also want to thank my sponsors and supporters: the City of Toledo, the Junction Coalition, Winterfield Learning Academy, TPS, Skyfall Residential, ABLE, The Movement, G&M Healthcare, Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union, Gold Miners, Allure, Complete Auto World, and everybody else who support this event. Everybody who shared a post, shared a flyer. I appreciate you all, because without the community, man, I'm not able to move. I'm not gonna lie to you. I appreciate y'all so much. Like, a lot of the things that I get done and I accomplish, I cannot accomplish without the people and without the community. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. I appreciate the trust people put in me when kids need to get buried and all that. A lot, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, I done buried like 6 kids, you know what I mean? Like, and just different stuff. You know, people forget about Tommy, you know what I mean? When they was ragging on him on social media, I had $4,000 for Tommy in like 15, 20 minutes. And I posted the receipts. I went and bought Tommy clothes, shoes, and everything he needed to not be dusty. Because you had grown-ups attacking a kid because his mama ain't in the best financial situation. Like, what is coming to us? You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. But again, without the community, none of this happened. And I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all for everything y'all do for these kids and for me. I just, man, I love y'all.
And before we got to here, I want to say, as a person of the community, as a person, as your friend, I appreciate you. Bless you, brother. You ain't sneeze, you dropped something? I appreciate you.
You sneeze too.
Appreciate everything you do. We need more people like you, and what you're doing, keep doing. Don't never stop, because I seen the change. You know what I'm saying? I see the change every day, and the person and the man, not person, the man that you have became and is growing into more, it's just amazing. Just to change, to see how you, when they didn't want to let you, I remember them not letting you in the meetings or hating you in the meetings.
Yeah.
And you stood 10 toes down. And
again, like, I hate to bring it up, but like dude said, you sold your soul dealing with the city.
Man, to take care of your community, selling your soul, man, come buy this motherfucker.
Hey, my soul ain't for sale though, Gary. See, I have not changed. It's like Jay-Z said, when I walk in a room, I walk in a room as a man. I walk in as who I am. Yeah. I don't sit up and put on suits and ties to go talk to them people. I go in there just how I am now. You know what I mean? And again, it took, 15 years for them to accept me. You know what I mean? It's been 15 years, no, 12. See, 12 or 13 years for them to accept me. You see what I'm saying? I don't change. When I go get them permits, I go get them permits just like this. I don't act like I'm somebody else. I don't try to be somebody else. And one thing about me is I'm willing to listen. And if you're willing to listen, we can come up with a common ground where both of us can be beneficial and we can help these kids. And that's all it is. You know what I mean? Like, who cares where the money come from if it's going to our community? Who cares where the money come from if our kids is being helped? You know what I mean? Like, and that's the problem. Focusing on the wrong thing. Like, if I don't know, Hitler came back to life right now and said he got $10 million for the black community, do you think the black community gonna turn it down? So why y'all want me to turn down money to help push for community? Make it make sense.
So, man, that's how we gonna end this thing, man, on a positive note.
Man, I appreciate you for having me.
I know it's been a long while. I know you be like, but I just had to get my shit. I be having to get my shit together, man.
No, see, again, it's like what we pushing though. We pushing something positive. We pushing the Hoodstock thing. You know what I mean? And
timing is everything.
Yeah, exactly. So again, like, I appreciate you, DaVon, man. I appreciate you too, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect y'all, man, what y'all doing, man, and I just wish nothing but the best for y'all, man. I wish nothing but the best for everybody. You know what I mean? But again, I done seen your elevation. I done seen you evolve. You know what I mean? So just keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
And that's in the book. Y'all check this out, man. It's another one in the wraps. I want to thank everybody for supporting coming out. August 31st, Ottawa Park, Hoodstock, man.
That's where we at.
That's where we going to do it, and we're going to leave it there. Another one in the books. Peace.